Yo, 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 what up, guys? Back with another stream here. Playing with the lazy, lazy motion library here. So, playing with the little render here. I'm gonna probably grunge this thing up here a little bit. It's looking a little too clean for me. So, let's see here, make sure my sound is okay because I've been playing. I had to use my camera the other day for Christmas party, so all my settings are all out of whack, but we'll see. All right. First thing first, this file I got from the maker of this app. He sent me this file. This is another like template that he's working on. And when I first started setting it up, like I was having some serious issues. Hang on, let me just play it really quickly. The version that I did before this. Here's the version that I did, literally from his file, and just took it. And for some reason, like I couldn't put my finger on it, but it was like taking. Hang on a second. Ooh, where'd that come from? There we go. And there we go. Why does it do that every time I switch scenes? I really need to get one of those like stream decks or something. I don't know. But anyways, this file was taking forever to render. Like it was like almost 2 minutes a frame, and I didn't understand why. And like it's still so noisy. And then the light values were like 10,000. Like my light values were like way up there. And I'm like, dude, what's going on with this? And it didn't dawn on me until I went back and I brought my little character Dennis into the scene, and he was like this small. This thing was gargantuan. These were out of proportion. These things were the size of a building, right? And I was like, okay, that makes complete sense. So this is the original, and then this is what it looks like once I brought it and put everything to size. Like now I scaled it down to like size of a cardboard box, right? These little elements, they look miniature because now they should be small because I wanted them to be like, you know, the size like a toy or something very small. And then the render times cut down a little bit. This one took 1 minute and 25 seconds, but it's a little bit more cleaner as far as noise goes. So always, especially when you're using Octane Blender, make sure you're rendering and your scene is at real world scale. It is extremely important. Now my lighting values are back down to like this thing. I don't know what's the value on this here. Let's jump into the scene here. See what the light values are. So here it is. You can see. Make sure my camera is not selected. Okay, good. Now if we jump back into the scene here, things are way much more manageable, especially as far as like the light values. Now I think the light values are, let's see. Yeah, now I'm back down to 100. Okay, so before it was like 10,000. I was like at 8,000 or something crazy. Always make sure you work the real world scale in Octane. Always. You should practice that in any render engine. Just always make sure you work the real world scale. Alright, so now if I bring in a cardboard or a cube, which is about roughly the size of a person, you know, so let's bring this down. So there. Actually a little bit more manageable. Let me go to front view. See? A little bit more manageable, right? There we go. So, quick little tip for you, especially playing in Blender, not Octane. Alright, so what I think I'm gonna do here is just grunge this up a little bit. And alright, wait. So I'm gonna go ahead and isolate this. Oh, yeah, nice. Like, well, I don't know. I think I want to kind of make this have a little bit like chips in it. I've already got like a little roughness going on top of it. You see here, this. Yeah, it's just looking too clean for me. Like something like that. Soften that up a little bit. And then I'm also using because this is kind of like geo, we got some geo stuff happening here. Are these intersecting? Oh, they are intersecting. Hang on. Come back in here to the top radius. I don't want anything in this. Okay, cool. So since this is like a geometry setup, I didn't want to get into the geometry of how he's got it going. And this again, like this thing works for Octane too. All I did was just come in here and change my material to an Octane material and put it in the slot, and boom, it worked. But the thing is, like there was no bevel. These edges look pretty harsh, right? So what I did was like perfect time to add in the rounded edge. Literally, you just click on rounded edge, whoop, pops it in. There it is, right? And adds a bevel to it. So here's a rounded edge. Threw that on there, and then boom, get a nice little edge on there. I think I could probably still even. Yeah, that looks cool. So I got a little bit of edge on there. And I think what I want to do some scratches on here too. And on this material here, I got some subsurface on it. I definitely don't like the settings on that. Let's go ahead and actually take a quick look at that. That bugs me that when I isolate it, light. Let's take that and the light. If I click on the light and that, and now isolate. Okay, so how can I do that? Just take the light, put it to and then click on this and isolate. There we go. Yeah, this subsurface, I'm not really liking the way it's looking here. Things are working on the back end, and they are. Cool. So, this subsurface here, that's on the center one. Hi, hello, love your tutorials. Thanks a lot. That's, yeah, I've just been super busy right now, and I can't really pump out tutorials right now. That's been going live a lot. I'm in the process, actually. In about 4 days, I gotta move out of my apartment here and move to a different place. So yo, what's up? Yeah, so I've been live streaming a little bit more than normal, guys, so I get my new setup and my new place going. Let's see if we crank this up a little bit. 200, a little bit more on this, maybe 500. It was hard for me to get the denoise working. Did you get it working? But you helped. Oh, nice. Good. Hey, dude, the next thing is adaptive sampling is freaking clutch. Adaptive sampling is really reducing my render time. I've been playing with adaptive sampling. That really reduces my render time. I can quickly, let me quickly Yes, you've played with it before. I need it in the. I needed it. I came from school. You look tired, Patrick. Hope things are all right, man. Much love. In company. Yeah, I know. It's like 11:30. Definitely, dude. Like I said, like right now, if you my room, there's box. I'm surrounded by boxes, man. Crazy. And like, I just want to go to bed, but this is like my happy zone for a moment. Like after a hard day at work, some people sit down and have a beer. I'm gonna sit down and play an Octane for a little bit. And actually just hang out and chat with you guys. That's what it's all about right now. Yeah, since you're in the community, make sure you watch that adaptive sampling video. That thing has been really reducing my render times. Okay, another thing I don't like is how this Blender logo is floating and Octane is touching. How can I fix that? I think I need to go back to my actual pieces. Where are they? There they are. Bring those guys closer. And I think it has to do with the origin point. This guy looks like he's a little bit small, huh? I'm gonna make him like the same size. Apply scale, and then that should apply the scale over here. That's a little bit better. All right, I want to add some metal scratches onto this. And let's turn back down the. Get in here and find one good spot to hang out right there. I think that'd be a good spot. Go up the render region on this Control B. Let's throw some scratches on here. I think first thing we're gonna do is. I think I want to have, instead of metal scratches, let's have like an underlining paint, like maybe it's white paint or something underneath here. Mix texture, nope. Mix material. And let's go with maybe a diffuse color. I can diffuse off white, something like that. And then as far as scratches, I need to finish working on my procedural scratch generator. I've started on it, but I haven't finished it. I really need to get that thing going. For now, I'm just gonna use. Hey, could you tell a way to make sunlight with fall off effect? Sunlight with fall off effect? Hang on for a sec here. Sunlight would fall off effect. Let's see what we got. Alright, fresh scene. What I'm gonna do is kill the HDRI. Maybe you can use your roughness node shader there. Yeah, I'm thinking about that too. I was trying to combine the scratch shader into the roughness node shader, but a lot of math, a little bit beyond my level there. All right, sun shader really quickly. Check it out. Go to lights. We want right here Octane directional light, and that's pretty much like our sunlight. I don't know why I zoom it all the way. I always put it up, but see, there we go. We got that. Let me add a ground plane. Let's go scale that up. Boom, like that. Quick tip, if you click on this and if you come over here and if I scroll down, Hello, uncle. Hello. What's up? There was a little thing here. Where was it at? Where was it at? Make sure I'm on the point. I wanted to show you guys. Check it out right here. Look at this setting. Let me zoom in for you. Whoop. Infinite plane. Click on that. Boom. And now we have an infinite plane. Infinite plane. Check it out. One click. You guys didn't know that. Okay, cool. So now you can see the shadows pretty hard right here on our guy. There's our shadow. Right, and this is our sun plane. I've got some post-processing here, and that's why it looks a little bit blown out. Stuff going on, but anyways. And then if we come into these settings over here, and I can't remember if it was it this light spread? Yeah, here it is, light spread. So there's our hard edge. Look at the shadow there. Hard edge shadow. And this is soft edge shadow. So that's how you can do that. Pretty simple, right? You can also do that just with a regular light. Like if I just add in a plain area light. And let's scale it up. Make it like that. Maybe you want to have a hard edge shadow on here. If you can come over to your lighting properties and right here where it says size, you can scale that down. And then boom. Scale it up, soft shadow. Scale it down, hard edge. Scale all the way 0. Boom. There it is. It's not the same as scaling though. Be careful. Like if I scale it, the light gets dimmer, right? It gets bigger and dimmer. So it's not the same. This over here is like how you scale it. So these are all better than acrylic lights. No, they're not better. They're just different. So an acrylic light, the only time I use an acrylic light if I want fog effect or if I want like God rays or something. So if I bring in an acrylic light and scale this sucker up. Actually, I was just playing with this afternoon. I was making a little render. So with the acrylic light, we come over here and actually check this out. We can use a Gaussian blur, which is basically all the real color waveforms in light, the Gaussian spectrum node. Plug that into the emission. Oh, no, sorry. We still need this. Right, check this thing out. This thing has all the true wavelength color in the color spectrum. Okay. All the color in the color spectrum. Basically, if you ever want to do like a color, this is pretty much the real way to do it, like accurate way to do it. Right? So like I want to, and then here if you use a width, this is kind of like almost like the desaturation of it. Okay. All right, and then of course the brightness, but I leave this at 1 and just use this here for the brightness of it. Okay, check it out. If you turn this to normalize power, turn this to use post fog, and then set this to like 1. Okay. And you could use this power down here too if you want to really normalize power. And my post processing, let me turn that off. Oh, actually, I need post processing. Sorry. We're gonna come back here. Let me just make sure my flare is off and my bloom is off. Okay. Then I scroll down here to post-processing lighting effect, lighting beam, fog, right? And then we need some medium here. I'm gonna take this down to like 100. And medium radius, I think it's right. And then I've got that set. I'm gonna turn this to this. And now you can see we got some we've got a little bit of check it out. Whoa, check it out. Do you know about the use of portals in the context of lighting? I haven't gotten that far into it, no. So now we got like some cool light beams, right? Yo, yo. Club, what up? What up? Hello. Check that out. Okay, we even got some God rays happening off of him, right? But yeah, I think you can play with these settings over here. I think you still need 100. It was like, let me put that to 0. Ooh. Now it's just like a big blur fog. Put that to 10. Oh, let's go to 50. Let's go back to 100. I don't know what I did there. So that's pretty much how you play with those lights. They're cool. Let me go back to that scene I was working on. All right, so we're gonna add some scratches to this. Now you could use procedurally. If I was to do scratches procedurally, the best node to use for that, guys, is a hag slag. This node right here, dude, is dope. Thanks, man. No problem. This node right here, hash flag, is a great little node for simulating scratches density. We need to throw a projection on here, actually. XYZ projection. Boom. There we go. Yeah, see this, I'm using this geo setup, so I don't know how to do all the projection and stuff like that. And I don't really have the energy to fight with it. But you know what I think I could do? Check it out. I think what if we really wanted to, I can probably do this. Check it out. Instead of throwing this projection on here, let's throw a triangular map. Drop that in the front of this. And then let's throw a triplanar projection. Throw that in there. And let's jump in here so we can see what that's doing. Now check it out. This is basically like the closest version of a what is that? Object projection on cycles. This is our version of an object projection. If I take this and then I plug it into there, it's basically gonna wrap it. See what it's doing? Boom. Look at that. So it just wraps it. Now this hash flag, add this in here. This is how you can make procedural scratch. Right? We want length. Longer. Let's just randomize the density. I'm gonna back off the density a little bit like that. And then what you'll need to also do is break them up. Let me add in a noise texture. Oops, didn't want to do that. Alright, and plug this noise texture into the mask here. And make it like 50. Make that really grungy and dirty. You sick? I don't know. I didn't know about the hash. Yo, sick. Oh, yo, sick. I did not know about the hash lag. Yeah, hash lag is really cool, man. And it's got like, you know, I'm barely scratching the surface of what you can do with this thing here. But let me. And then what you can also do, hang on. Remember if I was a little smaller? You know, I thought I was sick. You sick? I know I sound sick. No, I'm just tired, dude. I really can't wait till I get the hell out of this place and get to our next place. It's like right, pretty much like down the street from where I'm at, but just the whole stress of moving and then working and then YouTubing and whatever. There's another thing we can do with this, and it's called UV distortion. Yo, buddy. Let CRE8. What's popping? Where's this other node at? Right here, distort UV mesh. And this node here, how do I hook this up with a with this projection? I wish you good luck. Yeah, I don't believe in luck. It's all skill. We just got to do it. Put it in the boxes and get that crap over there. Yeah, but thanks, bro. I appreciate it. I'm really looking forward to tearing down this setup and resetting up a new setup. You know, a fresh new setup will be nice. How do I do this with using this projection here? But this thing allows us to distort it, so I can make the lines all squiggly and wiggly. But you need to do it through. I wonder how would I do that. I think I need to go through projection out. Those projection out, right? I don't know. I'm gonna have to set that up for another day. But yeah, that's the hash slag. Hash slag is a cool texture, guys. Check it out. Okay. For now, what I'm just gonna do. Ooh, I still needed that. For now, what I'm gonna do is just use an image map, scratch map. I'm gonna use a image map, throw that in here, pop that into here, plug that into all of these. And then what I'm gonna do is load in a scratch map, Grayscale Gorilla one or something. Right? I got a bunch of them. Free and charge. Scratch map. I'm actually gonna use another. I'm not gonna use a Grayscale. I'm gonna use this one here. This one's a lot more subtle scratches. Let me see if we can jump in here and throw in a rectangular. Whenever you use that triangle map, you have to use this triangle projection. Right here, triangle. Okay, and then you need to invert it. Yep, invert it. And now we got some subtle little scratches. Control V. And what happened to the depth of field? Depth of field is on. Oh, no. Too much. Times 2. Waiting for the denoiser to kick in. Here it goes. Yes, I see some of the scratches right there and right there. They're pretty subtle. They look a little bit too big. Let's shrink them down. Divide them by half. Divide by 3. Where my denoiser settings at? Which denoiser am I using? Open denoiser. Way fast. The open denoiser is faster than the Octane denoiser. I think they're still too big. Divide by half again. Like, I just want it to be very, very subtle. Okay, now let's see if we can get some edge wear on these edges. And the way I'm going to do the edge wear is, let me do edge wear. Dirt node. The dirt node. So I'm just going to disconnect this for a minute. Take this whole setup. Do that. Move this over here. Let's add in a dirt node. Dirt texture. Plug that into here. Bring this up to 10. And then details. Now, where are we at? Radius. Bring the radius. And this light is bugging me, dude. It's just way too much in my way. Let's just go ahead and take this light. And I just don't want to see it. Opacity 0. Oh. All right, so we need to play with this a little bit here. Tolerance. Oh, hang on, let me first invert it. There we go, invert it. And now let's back off that radius. That's what I'm looking for. Get close to one of these guys here. This guy here. Render region going. Okay, now let's break this up. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my gradient generator here. I'm going to duplicate this, bring it over here. Take this guy, plug him into here. And take that one. I'm actually going to take them all out. And creep one of them back in. Like that. And that one might do. Let's make it bigger. Let's make it smaller. Right now. Something like that. Let's add another one too. Okay, I like that. Then I don't want it to be so pronounced. Let's gradient map, aka color ramp. And then let's take the strength 5, cut it in half. 0, 2. I think maybe 2 might be cool. Let's see. Okay, that looks kind of cool. Then I want to take a little bit of bump on this and put this into the bump here. So we take, let me do a little housekeeping. And also take this guy. Let's put him over here. And while I'm here, hang on. Let's take, I want to put this into the bump. Freaking eyes are getting blurry. getting tired, guys. But I want to at least want to finish this out. Let's take this, drop this into the bomb. All right, back in here and zoom back in on this guy. Get this action. Now, what we're going to need to do is a remix version of the Lose the Heat 3 menu thing. Not sure what you're talking about. Not sure. Okay, what was I doing? And then I think I want to come here. I want to add a gradient map. And I want to flip it. And then I'm going to come over here. I'm going to crank this up just so I can see what's happening. And this should be white, because white reveals. There it is. Right. Doesn't look like it's bumping up. Not really seeing anything happening. What's going on with that? Material, right? There, into the bomb. Do I need to put it in the blue? Take it over here. Actually, let's take it from here. I'm not seeing any bump, guys. Not seeing any bump action. What's going on? Plugged in input. You're right. And then the bump. I'm thinking about to give up on the bump. What's going on? Oh, there. Huh. Let's put these two together. So we're gonna do a multiply texture right here. Multiply these two textures together. See what the Octane logo is looking like. Way too clean. Unacceptable. Let's grunge this bad boy up. Let me see what kind of metals, other metals we have here. Metals. What the heck? Nah. Okay. Hey man, just wanted to say I'm a fan of your renders. I saw them on Instagram and they were so cool. Hey brother, thanks a lot, mate. thanks a lot. Yeah, just having fun, man. Just making stuff and just sharing the journey, man. Sharing out how I do it, and you know, we all start from zero, right? You know, and I like to do it just to look at some of the stuff that I did earlier in the year and just to kind of see my progression slowly go up. And that's why I do these sessions, these 1 hour sessions of just playing in Blender. Some stuff I post, some stuff I don't, but it's just the point of putting in the reps, doing the work, and eventually you'll start seeing progress. Let me save this really quick. Look, ciao. And let me use this roughness generator here. Man, I really need to finish working on my scratch generator. And let's go ahead and plug this in here. Ooh, right off the back, I love it. Right off the back, I love it. I got these fingerprint ones on here too. This is the recent one that I just made. These fingerprints, check it out. They're kind of like fingerprints. It's kind of like a procedural version of a fingerprint. I'm still in low level. I can't decide what to focus on in the first place. Modeling ain't my place, and I tried with shaders, but can't understand them in the first place. Bro, in the beginning, not even the beginning. I'm still in the beginning. There's a lot of stuff I don't understand. The best thing and the best way I learned is just to make little side projects. Like, for example, one thing that I did, was it last year? For 7 days in a row, I just made something. And what I did was I just start off with sphere, like a sphere, and literally just take a sphere and make something. Like for example, hang on for a second. I actually did like 31 days of spheres. I think it was. Oh, jeez. Instagram's not going to let me scroll all the way down to the bottom of this. Like, way too slow. Ooh, I totally forgot about that. I need to go back to that project too. This was the easiest way that I started to learn Octane, was doing little projects, like matter of fact, oh, this was a fun project. Yeah, totally. The Nintendo box. This was like a 2-day project. That was so fun. Way too much freaking halation, dude. I was using way too much halation. But hang on, that's not what I wanted to show you. Okay, now we're starting to get into my daily practices. Okay, see, now we're getting into my daily practices, where I was just doing something every day, trying, even if it was a tutorial that I followed on YouTube or something, but it was just, here it is. Here we go. Here we go. Okay. These were daily renders, like everybody does daily. But for me, this was a free project from man, what was this guy's channel? CG Cookie. CG Cookie, they have this free Blender project. You can work on it with them. But I use Octane. I mean, modeling is basic, but once we got to the shaders, I did my own shaders. But you can do stuff like that. And then again, daily project right here. I started just a sphere and a plane. Just adding, subsurface distortion to the plane and doing some texturing on the spheres. Just really, really simple stuff, right? Just really simple stuff. This was a sphere, basically, but I was like, okay, how can I make it a lollipop? I was using different types of noises in the texture to make it look like that, and different materials. Learning, like I learned how to do subsurface scattering with this material from this lesson, right? By myself, just grinding the stuff out. And then once I knew how to do that, I was like, okay, let me try it again. Repeat it to see if I can, reinforce what I just learned. And then just little simple stuff, dude. Like it doesn't have to be, this was all practicing about texturing. I was trying to figure out how to do this. Now that I know how to do this, I know how to grunge stuff up, right? But it's all, I love doing tracking too. So I'm like, VFX, that's my favorite. So, but most of these I was using cycles when I was doing this because I hadn't figured out how to break it down yet in Octane. And again, but just these little daily projects with simple stuff. One thing I would also recommend right now is doing this lesson, especially if you're a beginner. Anybody who's in my Blender Octane community and they're new and they're beginners to Octane or Blender, I have them do this lesson here. You don't have to be in the community to do this lesson. You can, where's it at? Right here. New to Blender. These right here. This tutorial is so cool, dude. Like making the donut is boring. OBS reconnected. Yeah, the stream is lagging a little bit probably, huh? How many windows? How much do I have open? Hang on, guys. But let me quickly just drop this link to you, bro. Follow this guy's lesson. It's really good for beginners. I'm still doing it too because I'm like learning how to, model because I'm not very good at modeling. And that's something that I want to improve on. Let me drop this in the chat for you. Can I drop? I'm right. No, I guess I have to use this. Bro, follow this tutorial session. Like, follow it. Trust me. You'll learn how to make basic stuff. And then it's so good. Like, I still go back to it. It's really, really good stuff. But you got to start small, man. Baby steps. Like the first time you learn how to ride a bike, you can't just hop on it and start doing wheelies and jumping off of ramps. You got to be patient. You got to have fun. And that's why I'm doing these like sessions right now. Still trying to learn. Still trying to learn. Put some scratches on this too. Scratches. I'm gonna mix it with this. Like I didn't even learn about this tripillar map until this about 6 months ago. I like learned that from members in the community. Like I was like, man, in cycles we always just use object, that object mode, you press control T, object transform, whatever, or object projection. I was like, man, I wish we had an object projection in Octane. It is basically the same thing. Again, just trying to be very subtle with these, like very minimal, very small, little 1% plus 1% add up, right? Don't want it to be too distracting, but hang on. Then I want to go into the negative, minus, oops, not double, it's minus. Look at that, there we go. Ooh, dude, that looks so awesome. Look at that. Oh, yeah. You won't even see this, like you won't even notice this from far away, but again, I noticed it, and I know it's there. Look at that. That is so dope. I love it. You know what else too? It still looks a little bit of grunge on top of this thing here, okay? Let's put a little grunge on top. This is a metallic texture, right? Metallic material. Let's add in a mixed material. Like, I just love grunging stuff up, guys. I'm sorry. I can't stand clean, perfect renders. I don't like them. I'm gonna add in a diffuse material. And let's give it a little bit of some grungy color. A little bit of like a grungy color. Darker, like dusty light. Maybe a little bit more on the gray side, like grimy. Something like that. And then let's actually just recycle this. Check this out. Check this out. This generator that we have here, I'm gonna recycle this. Check this out. We can use this thing called a UV. Where is it? Mesh UV projection. Oh, where is it at? I don't know where it's at. Hang on. Let me just go into transform. Nope. I don't know where it's at. I'm tired. Hang on. Let's go Oh, there it is. UVW. Where is that at? Octane textures mapping. UVW transform. This is a really cool node. Okay, check it out. We plug that into the amount. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna give it a noise, and this is gonna be the noise. So if we look through it, this is what it's doing, and we're taking an exact copy of this, and we're piping it into this. But I want to change it so it's not the exact same size. So I add a UV transform right here. Now I'm taking this exact same noise and I'm going to change its setting. Like I can change the size, right? Or I can move it, right? Pretty much. But I'm recycling the same thing here, but just changing it up, moving it around, things like that. Rotate it, just like that, right? Okay. And then what I want to do here is add this is too much, a gradient map. And let's crunch our values here. Let me see what this is looking like. Ooh, that's a little too much. Let's reverse that. I kind of like that. Oh, dude, that's awesome. Okay, but I think it's too much. And then what I'm gonna do is take this white. Nope. This one, right? Yep. And just creep this back in here, something like that. Open it up a little bit. A little more. I'm gonna add another point in here. Oh, dude, look at that. I think we should open it up a little bit. There we go. Now I still want to give that bump on there, like so I can make it look like it's like rusted. Like, how the hell that's bugging me? That's not working. Because if I was to take this noise pattern and straight pipe it into the bump, and then crank that up. Let's go minus. Okay, now it's working. Look, see? It's very subtle. Okay, but now let's come in here. You know the deal. We're going to add a gradient map in, aka color wrap. And we can like clamp these values a little bit. Right? No, that's on top. Hang on. Let me see what this is doing. That's good enough. Like, see, I barely even noticed it down here, but I know. And then back on my Blender logo. I can't see, dude. I need more light. Blender logo here. What can we do? I can actually just copy some of that stuff so I don't have to rebuild. Man, recently I've been getting a lot of drop frames. I don't know what's going on with the PC. 39% drop frames. What's going on, dude? Damn, guys, I gotta check back in on YouTube, make sure. See what the stream quality is looking like. Where's stream page? No, I didn't recommend it. Huh. I need to fix that. I don't know what's going on. I have to look at my settings. Alright. Quickly grind this bad boy up. This time we're gonna go straight for the edges. I'm gonna go straight for the edges on this one here. Mixed material. Let's add in a dirt node. Dirt texture. Sometimes what I like to do, for example, like this, we'll add this, and then I'll make this a color that is just like extremely easy and visible to see, so you can see when you're working on it. Invert. So, okay, see, now we know exactly where that's at. And there's our edge. We can see that edge. Actually, probably even change it better. The opposite of that. There we go. Okay, let's open that up a little bit. Like that. Maybe a little bit more in the strength. So 10. Just so I can see what I'm doing. And this time I'm just going to add in a noise texture. Plug that into there. Let's use, I don't know, chip. Noisy. Some contrast in there. And I always like to layer stuff. So let's add another one in here. Let's take this one and change it back to, let's say, turbulence. Back off a little bit here. Get a different look. Okay. Maybe add texture. Ooh, I like add better. Now, what do we want to put underneath it? Guess we could do that. Layer it again. Texture stack it. Take that here. And I'm gonna take this same white paint, plug it here. This time we're gonna add that scratch map again. RGB image. Scratches. Invert that. And then let's add in a. I really need to put these in my quick menu, dude. Yeah, I have nothing in my quick menu. I really need to put these in my quick menu. I have to keep searching for them. Matter of fact, we'll do it right now. slowly gonna get back in the habit of building that back out. Okay. Oh, let's see these scratches. I think that was like 0.2 was a good value. Maybe even 0.3, just a little bit bigger. And then what I want to do, color ramp. Gradient. Another one I need to put in my menu. How do I get to that? Gradient map. Octane texture operator. Octane texture operator. Gradient. Oh, I need a texture. Color correction. Gradient map. Mix texture. Multiply texture. Gradient. Let's put some dirt on top. Why not? This time we'll do something different here. Go with a RGB image. And this time I'm going to load in a different map. I'm going to load like a grunge map. Alright, let's see what we're looking at. I totally forgot how to solo. How do I solo? There it is. I forgot how to solo. And can I just hook up a pop projector to this? Yeah, we can. But what I need to do is also oh, dude, look at that. That looks nice. That looks nice and dirty right there. Look at that. That's dope. That looks good. Oh, I forgot about the blue thing in the middle. Okay. The blue thing in the middle. So let's just copy these two guys. Actually, I'm just gonna copy these two guys. Copy. Let's go to the blue guy here. And let's paste. Back to Kelly. Then let's add in a mix node. Keep searching for it. I forget now I have them in my quick things. Mixed material. Oh, I don't have the mixed material yet. Gotta put that in there. Mixed material, where's that at? Mixed material is in Octane materials. Octane materials. some metallic in there, mixed material. Okay. Hmm? What am I missing? I think I'm missing the bottom material, huh? Which is just this material here. Why not? Let's take these guys. And this guy was just pumping it to there. Oh, I lost my color. Why did we lose my color? Because I think we're coming from here to here. What happened to the blue here? Oh, I know why. There it is. That's so dope. A little too grimy though. Oh yeah, can't mix that with material. What was he gonna do? That was a material. Oh, we can just do it here. Hmm? I'm missing that edge where I need that edge. I need that edge. And the edge was here, right? This is edge. And the order also matters too. Like when you're putting these in these orders, like now if I put the scratches on the edge, they're on top of all of this stuff. So it's like, you know, Photoshop layering. Like this is layer 1, this is layer 2, so we're stacking them, right? So that's also very important to keep in mind on how you place these. Actually, I'm gonna do something a little bit of here. That looks dope. I love it. save. Okay, take this back down to, was it 0.2? Actually, it was like 0.1. All right, and let's come back to my light. And I want to change that back to a let's do this like maybe 5600. Let's go 5200. A little bit more warmer. So 46. All right, let's give this a quick render and see what we got going here. Let's see what you got that something I can't explain. And I'm hesitant to open, you'll come my direction. I get it ahead of myself. You're smiling cause you know you got my attention. Now it's up to me. You're looking at me and I can't help stare. Right there, right there. I'm coming for you, so be patient. Dear, just stay right there. Won't you just stay right there? You're looking at me and I can't help stare. You're looking at me and I can't help stare. You're looking at me and I can't help stare. Right there, right there. I'm coming for you, so be patient. Dear, just stay right there. All right. And then what I want to also do, because it was taking a long time to render this, I'm going to add a, I'm going to come in here and do a denoiser. And I want to do an alpha over. So I want to take the denoise and then the regular image. And then I want to do like 0.4, no, maybe like 0.2. I want to mix a little bit of the denoise and the regular. I think I might have it backwards, but we'll figure it out right now. And I don't need this anymore. Oh, actually, I'm going to put it on the render network. So yeah, I don't really need this. Yeah, this is still taking a little bit of time here. Well, I'm doing 1,000 frames, so because I'm gonna put this on the render network, so it's already taking like 2 minutes. Or I might just actually render it when I go to bed. If I am gonna do it on my computer, what I will actually do is go to my adaptive sampling and tweak those settings a little bit. Dude, I'm so happy with the way that this grunge came out. There is one thing that I'm still missing that I forgot how to do. I need to revisit it. That's just the way the it's like when you have an edge, you have one edge and then the edge on top, and it's like a little bit lifted. I forgot that process. I gotta go back and a couple tutorials in our school that shows us how to do that, and I need to do that. But you see how we just stack all those little tiny details on top of each other? Ooh, look! Wait, I mean, look over here. Look at that right there, dude. Oh, what did I do? Oh crap! What did I do? And look at this little guy here. This looks sick, dude. I love it. Okay, that took 3 minutes. That took 3 minutes, and that's fairly clean. I'm happy with that. I think I'm done. Only thing I think I probably would like to add. Hmm, some little tiny particles floating around in the air. Let's do it. And then what I really need to do is optimize this render. Ooh, sorry guys. What the hell? What did I press? What did I press? Why is it like that? One? I'm tired. I don't know what I pressed, sorry guys, but whatever. I'll fix it tomorrow. Ew, that's bugging me. Undo? Oh, there it is. The magic of undo. Alright, one last thing I want to do. I want to add like a dust particle system in here. I have a system already made for my other file. That's probably going to crank render times up too, but who cares? I'm going to render it when I go to bed. What I'm going to do is go and append that file. I think I'm going to put this one on the Gumroad too. I got a lot of stuff that I'm going to put on the Gumroad here coming up soon, guys. Like, very shortly. It was Blender Asset. It was from my laptop. Octane. Dust box. Oh, actually, you know what? I just saved this in this folder. Okay, dust box. There it is. Dust box. Yeah. Dust box. Boom. There it is. With our massive particle in the middle. We want that on. We want to turn off the particle. Right? And they're still way too big. I don't like it. Way too big. Let's go to the dust box. Particles. Then go to render. Object. I'm gonna go divide by 2. Actually, 4. Let's go 1,000. Random scale. I want to crank that up. Yeah, definitely crank that up. And Let's actually go divide that by half one more time. I want it to be very subtle. And let's times this by 2. Save. Let's see what this looks like. Okay, yeah, I can see it this time. It's very subtle, but I can see it. And let me make sure I'm using anamorphic squeeze. I want to go 2.2 on my aspect ratio. Hit 2.2. Okay, that's good there. Okay. Yep, I like that. You can see them right around in this area over here. And they're going to be moving around on the render. Okay, cool. So what I'm going to do from here, save this, export out an Orbix file. And let it render it out. Oh, okay, that's done. Go ahead and close that. Anybody still watching? Free render credits. You guys want some free render credits? Gotcha. Free render credits. Let me post that link really quick for you. You can get 300 free frames of render credits to render your scene on the render network. Let me get that for you. Here. Okay, yep, there we go. Alright, use that link and you guys can get some free render credits. Okay, so now I'm gonna import my scene through an Orbix file that I just rendered out. You can drop that Orbix file in here. Okay, and I'm gonna let that upload. Probably gonna affect the stream a little bit. Yeah, totally killing the stream. All right, that's that done. Create a new job. 1,000 samples. Yeah. 1920 by 1080. Yep. Area of the frame. I'm gonna do an EXR denoiser and the denoise beauty. Yep. EXRs. We're gonna EXR FDWA, linear RGB, multi-layer EXR. Yes. Network. I guess we're gonna go priority. Matter of fact, actually, I'm not gonna do priority. Yeah, I'm gonna do priority because my credits are gonna run out by the end of the month. So in a month, I'll cut it down. Figure it out. But those of you stayed out, thanks for staying.